Hello friends, welcome back. You are tuned into my channel for board members and senior management that helps you understand how to manage issues in your boardroom. Obligation, responsibility, duty. This is what we discussed in our previous module. In a nutshell, obligation is for the shop floor. Responsibility is that of the management, and duty is for directors. From an organization point of view, this is how you can distribute these three terms or relate these three terms to the workforce. On a personal note, an obligation for a director is all about his personal issues. Responsibility was on account of the role that they are performing, which is they may be executive directors or non-executive directors or independent directors. Duty is as a whole for a director. Now, the fiduciary duty of the board does not change just because we are discussing issue centering around COVID-19. It was there and will be there. It is just that during these tough times, the focus is more on leaning towards the board for a lot of decisions. So what happens is the shop floor works and then there is a management to oversee that. The management then passes on this information to the board so that better wisdom prevails and they get more decisions or better decisions to execute what they want to in the organization. So directors must act honestly and in good faith. That is taken. That is the implied quality or a characteristic of a director. With a view which is in the best interest of the stakeholders and the corporation. And they should ensure that the fiduciary duty takes control and they are able to think better in the larger interest of the organization. So one of my viewers has sent me one more message which says, "Dear Sundareshan, is there any difference in the duties of directors if it is an executive director or if that person is a non-executive director?" Oh, so, okay, we had discussed this in one of our previous videos that the board comprises of both executive and non-executive directors. Executive directors again is split into two, which is bifurcated, which is managing director and the whole-time director. Non-executive director again is into two categories. One is non-executive director who has interest in the company, and of course the independent director. So broadly we have around 4 different types of directors sitting on any boards. So are the duties different? Yes, of course. The duties are different for each of these characters. But what we need to understand is, from a board point of view, they supervise the management and it is the responsibility of the management when it comes to a day-to-day operation. So the board's role is only to give some oversight on what is happening in the company. So from the duty point of view, let me quickly give you an update or heads up on these three duties. Duty of good faith. Now we discussed three different duties: duty of good faith, duty of care, and duty of loyalty. Duty of care is also referred to as the fiduciary duty, because this is where honesty plays a very important role and integrity plays a very important role in all the decision making for a director. And most important thing that you need to know is, this is what a director ought to have done. They should have done in the interest of stakeholders. That is fiduciary duty for you. The second one, which is duty of care. Now, duty of care is a moral or legal obligation to ensure the safety or well-being of others. So this is a very important one, because today care is very important towards employees, customers, vendors. Now every one of these stakeholders has to be dealt with duty of care. So here it says what a director ought to have done, the director did. And of course, the last one, which is the duty of loyalty, is a very different one, which is more than what a director is supposed to do, which is no director should get into a conflict of interests. And every director should put the corporation ahead, or corporation's interest ahead of their personal interests. So here you would observe this one liner which I was speaking about all the duties. What a director ought not to have done, the director did. So this is something bigger than the duty of care, duty of loyalty. Of course, we have one more which is very important, which is duty of responsibility, which requires detailed discussion and with lot of COVID examples. I will come back. Till then, keep writing, keep questioning, stay compliant, stay safe. See you soon.